Tim Krebs has a fiery passion for player development.
As a PGA professional, it's one of our most important duties. It's part of the fabric of who I am. It's things I think about every day. There's always a player development aspect to it.
Prior to his recent move to Butterfield Trail Golf Club in El Paso, Texas, Krebs spent 7 years in the nation's capital at East Potomac Golf Course, known to locals as Haynes Point. The facility tallies about 100,000 rounds a year. Part of the National Park System, the course offers views of Washington, D.C.'s iconic landmarks.
East Potomac is an amazing place. First of all, you're in the shadow of the Washington Monument. You're just a couple miles away from the Capitol and the White House. And it is a place with a ton of volume. He looked at that as an opportunity to capture each and every one of those people, get them into his player development programs, teach them how to play the game of golf, keep them in the game of golf, and get them to play more golf.
Tim gets it. He's one of those guys that just gets it, and he leads by example. He himself just loves the game of golf. And more importantly, he loves sharing the game of golf with others.
With the Get Golf Ready group, 11 o'clock, come to the tee.
When Get Golf Ready rolled out in 2009, Tim said, I believe in this, let's make it happen, and maybe in its formative stages, but let's make it work.
We saw the future with Get Golf Ready and jumped on board with that bandwagon early. We loved the flexibility of it. We loved how we could kind of mold it to what fit our facility, which I think is what makes it such a great program still today.
He kind of just, first couple of years, just blew it out of the park, and his goal was to get 1,000 Get Golf Ready graduates. But it wasn't just about the numbers. It was again about making sure that he had this welcome back portal, but then he was already thinking in terms of, well, what's my retention hook?
Beautiful. Well done.
Just an outstanding PGA professional. He was very, very active in our player development committee at the section. He was very impactful. A lot of our meetings trying to encourage fellow professionals to get involved with the player development programs.
He was way ahead of us as a golf industry when it came to Get Golf Ready 2, Get Golf Ready 3. How do we get them out on the golf course? How do we not just give them lessons, but create golfers?
Really, what I appreciate the most is how he's adopted PGA programs like Get Golf Ready, and not because of blind loyalty, but really because it made sense for his business. What he was really good at, besides getting a lot of people through Get Golf Ready, was tracking those people. So he was able to determine that, on average, his Get Golf Ready graduate played 8 rounds of golf. Well, when you're putting 1,500 people through a Get Golf Ready program each year, that's 12,000 rounds of golf you're adding to your facility. Very valuable for a PGA member, great example for me to use when I'm talking to other PGA professionals.
Always looking for opportunities to grow the game, the 2015 PGA Player Development Award recipient recently earned his own new opportunity and job challenge.
He was a revenue-producing machine at East Potomac, and that made him very attractive on the job market. That's what got him his job in El Paso. And I think that is a perfect example of, hey, if you can bring revenue to your facility, you're going to be more valuable, and that's either in terms of higher compensation or your next job.
Okay guys, I'd like to welcome everybody to our driving range social here at Butterfield.
During the interview process, he was showing me the samples, and it just became obvious that this is what we need in El Paso, Texas to get this population excited about golf, into golf. When you put his programming at a venue like this, it's beautiful and peaceful and really drives home the quality of life that you get with golf, it was a no-brainer.
Krebs also effectively collaborates with other golf organizations.
The golf course that he was at, he said, was a program location for the first tee chapter up there. So he knows what we do. He knows what our goals are. He knows why we're here. So to me, that's huge.
Where there's opportunities that are similar, we certainly want to explore those and see if there's a way that we can make it work in both places. I think we have a pretty good recipe for success from the last couple years. So certainly we're going to try to do as much of that as we can here and try to grow the game on the West Coast the same way we did on the East Coast. Teaching this game, growing this game, those are the things that we really live for.